Hey guys, it's Mike McGuire. Welcome to Mike on a Monday. It is a video blog, it is a journal, it is interviews, it is musical performances, it's stories from my life, stories from your life, and it's just a lot of fun. So I invite you to join me every week here. If this is your first time watching the show, welcome. It is called Mike on a Monday. Oddly enough, it usually makes it up on a Tuesday, but see, then I can just say that it was produced on a Monday, so the title stuff, whatever. I can keep making excuses or I can get to the point here. This week was an amazing week for me. Obviously, filming this in Vancouver. I actually lived here when I was a kid. Just some great memories in and around Vancouver here. But one of them is actually just a few blocks that way from me, and that was the finish line for this year's 2012 BMO Vancouver Marathon. Notice how I didn't say half marathon. It happened, finally. It took a long time, to say the least. But there it is. That's the completion medal for finishing the 2012 BMO Vancouver Marathon. I've done all my big registered runs here. Before Vegas came along, my personal best and a half was here in Vancouver. And my first actual registered run with a number and with a chip and everything else was the 8K here. So to go from that to this, I mean, even though this one was by no means was it a record setter in any way, it was just one of those things that was just a really cool experience to say that, yes, I've finally done a full marathon. And I look forward to trying it again in the future. This show is kind of a way for me to connect to you as well, and I want to keep that going. So I want to remind you to please drop me a line if there's anything you want to see, if there's any guests you'd like to have on the show, if there's anything you'd like me to cover, talk about that's different. Maybe you like the interviews, maybe you don't like the songs so much, maybe it's the other way around. Either way, this is your show as much as it's mine because it's here for you. Speaking of friends, they've been on the show a couple times before, and stick around. We're going to catch up with Brad and Mary Lynn Stella, the Stellas. They had one of the highest viewed episodes of this here show, and they also even took me thrift store shopping once and helped me find some new duds. I've tried to take their advice to heart, trying the V-neck thing out again. I don't know. I got the cleavage for it, but I don't know if it looks as good.
I wait every morning for your footsteps on the stairs. You're gone, but you live on in this house.
Some of my favorites, the Stellas back again. Hey guys.
Hello.
Look at that. See, the heart's racing already.
You're our favorite.
I'd like to say that I dressed out for you guys, but remember we had the hair in like episode 3?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Brad
First,
hair?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's gone around many a party,
Yeah,
I might tell you.
Yeah.
I'm still saying, you guys got to get that on the merch stand. Start, put
I
the
know.
Stellas thing in the side, and you're good to go. But, of course, you're in town with Johnny Reid. The cat's out of the bag by the time this is aired. You guys were a part of the Johnny show. Pretty cool of him to invite you out to meet some new friends and fans, eh?
Yeah, super
Oh,
cool.
it's amazing. Yeah, it's a really, really cool moment. And, and he always seems to find a way to include us and stuff, which is good. Even Christmas dinner and stuff
I
like
know,
that.
it's so nice.
We're starving. We're starving.
Did he cook any of it?
Jen did the cooking, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Johnny actually does cook. Have you ever seen him cook?
I think we did some barbecuing.
Yeah.
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 He can throw down.
Throw down on the grill?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is he a sauce boss?
He's a sauce buff. Yeah, he's got this really cool sort of like outdoor barbecue thing, and it's cool. It's
Yeah.
like one of those, those pizza ovens with the
Yeah.
brick, and you just
Wow.
put stuff in there, and it comes out. Whoa, look at that! He's got
Comes out
one
like
of
a
those.
birthday cake,
Yeah,
fully iced.
I think there's people in there, like
Surprise me.
behind there. I think he's putting something in. There's some little team behind the thing. But I don't know. But,
And he
yeah.
takes credit.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, since the last time we talked was oddly enough to do with awkward fashions. That was when we went shopping at the thrift store.
Awkward fact.
But I remember, I think it was on Facebook or Twitter or something. I told you guys hey, there's a Goodwill not far from the radio station. Like, you guys have to go there, and you guys have been like just trying to find time in your schedule to hit the Goodwills, right?
I know,
Yeah.
it's the most important thing. We gotta get to the Goodwill.
We've hit a couple. There's been a couple good ones on the way this time too.
We
The
didn't
jacket.
get there. Yep. my
No, we
jacket.
didn't get to the
No, not
the
that
Goodwill that we wanted to. Well, we heard there was a bunch of
one. Vinyl.
good
You
stuff.
said there's a lot of vinyl.
Lots of vinyl. Yeah, lots of vinyl.
Mm.
Oh, let's not talk about it.
Okay, we'll move forward then. Move forward
Yes.
from this conversation.
We brought an empty suitcase to fill it with records to take back.
Well, if not with records, then definitely found out. We went to dinner and found out these connoisseurs you are it's sometimes hard to find a good meal on the road, right?
Oh yeah, it was so good.
And we lucked out, but we have to talk, Marilyn especially. We're sitting there, there was this dessert thing, it was like a custard thing, and you said it tasted just like...
Impossible pie.
To which I then said, yeah, I know what that is.
And
you
I
said...
said, no, you don't.
I said, yes, I do.
I'm like, not a chance.
And so how did you first come to know impossible pie?
It's like an old family recipe that had gone back and back and back from my mom's side. And I've never in my life known one other person to know what I was talking about when I said impossible pie.
Until now.
Until now.
Until right now.
Until now.
Go ahead, bring it out.
Ready?
This is from my mom's recipe book, passed down through the generations.
He brought me proof.
There it
This is impossible pie.
Gotta cover it up. Gotta cover it up because it's...
Oh, it's a secret.
Oh, yeah.
It's top secret, yeah.
But the weird thing is that when recipes like that it's actually called impossible pie, because I would think, even if it was someone had the same thing, it would be, named something different or whatever. But the fact that it's actually...
No, it's impossible. I mean, you're like, yeah, I saw it in the recipe book. I'm like, come on. No, you didn't.
Be like, it might have been possible pie. It might have been impole pie, or whatever. It's not really not impossible pie. It probably wasn't the whole
my mom's
thing
days growing up on the streets in Harlem, it was impo pie.
It was impole pie. That's right. Yeah, I knew it wasn't. I didn't think it was going to be actually impossible pie, but
it is.
All the letters are there.
All the letters.
Underlined. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys, of course, are having great success again, getting to go across Canada again and meet new fans, meet new friends. But of course, when it comes back to home, your little girls are just, you're such a proud parents, especially on your YouTube and stuff like that. All of a sudden, all these videos of Lennon and Maisy will show up, and I watch these. I'm like, there's no way these kids are real. These are midgets they've hired. They're little people they've hired. They're just
Yeah.
Dance monkey.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's the thing. We're just incredibly lucky. Like, they're nice, and we're kind of trying to now put little bumpers on them, however, because we're like they're gonna turn in. You always think that, right? Because I was not the nicest little guy.
I was perfect.
I was nice, actually. I shouldn't say I was nice, but I was a little
ghetto kid.
Oh, man. That's when we were talking about having babies, and Mary Lynn said, "Well, we can't get pregnant this month, or whatever, because then we'll have, and if it's a boy, it'll be Gemini." And I'm like,
yes.
"But I'm Gemini."
We actually
She's like, exactly.
got so offended.
She refused to have a baby that was Gemini.
That's
because
the truth.
I'm Gemini.
I love you, but I would not want to be your mother.
I'm glad you're not my mother. I wouldn't want you to be my mother either.
No, I would never choose to birth a Gemini. Ever.
On that note, we're going to move back to talking about the whole reason we brought up the kids, and that is the song
Pie.
"Riding in the Back." Yeah, Impossible Pie. Please, just talk about baking or anything right now.
But they're one's a Sag and one's a Leo, so we're safe.
We're
and
good,
they're both amazing little humans, and
yes, we're very, very proud.
All right, and this song is all about them in a way. It's riding in the backseat.
My rearview mirror guides my feet, steers my wheel and makes me drive straight down the road I'm supposed to go. But I got it pointed a little low, I can't even see out the rear window. All I can see are the girls in the backseat, singing out loud and dancing with the radio on, hands out the window trying to catch the sun. And I never found a drive to be too long with them riding in the backseat. A rearview mirror supposed to show where you've been, but not mine. It holds my future within their big brown eyes and tiny little hands. But why do they always want to drive so fast? I'm slamming on the brakes as time flies past, trying to drive slow and watch them grow, and singing out loud and dancing with the radio on, hands out the window trying to catch the sun. And I never found Sunday drives to be too long with them riding in the backseat. When you grow up big and tall, you face the world out on your own. You sit behind the wheel, you take control. I'll take along with me every single memory, 'cause when I look at you, I'll always see my little girls riding in the back seat. My rearview mirror guides my fate, steers my wheel and makes me drive straight down the road, down the road.